Hi, I'm Brian Millett with Game On Training.
Now, thanks to Game On Training in Dublin, you can train at a first-rate facility. With over 16,000 square feet of training space, Game On features the right equipment and a knowledgeable staff giving serious athletes and recreational players everything they need to take their game to the next level. Game On offers individual and team packages. Monthly memberships are available and one-on-one lessons for ages 7 and up. Game On members have access to train 24/7, so don't miss out. Call or come by for the latest information and schedules, and remember,
get your game on at Game On!
Game On also offers CrossFit DGA with owner Eric Bland. Get the best workout you've ever had with Eric and his staff. Join Game On's training today for excellent core strength and conditioning. And get your game on.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the East Lawrence Falcons Coaches Show. It's my pleasure to be here once again with head baseball coach.
Good to be here.
Gene Mulkey. Gene, we just got back from spring break this week, and we talked before spring break about the struggles to try to keep people focused, because heck, I'm well into my 50s, and so it's hard to keep me focused during spring break.
Yeah, that's true. I can understand that.
But had some things really turn out well over spring break. Two big wins at home, and why don't you tell the folks a little bit about those?
We had two games over spring break. The first game we had was on a Tuesday with Swainsboro. They were scheduled to play Dublin on that Friday, and we ended up moving that game up to Wednesday. So we played back to back, and it ended up that it worked out well for us. Like you said, I mean, keeping people focused on spring break when there's 900 other things to do. Sometimes it's a difficult task. But we practiced that Monday, and we played on Tuesday, and we played on Wednesday, and we come out with two wins over spring break, and that that says a lot for the kids. It's a little tougher for them to stay with their mindset on playing baseball when everybody's at the beach and everything. It says a lot for them, and they came in. We battled in both games and got two wins back to back, and that was just a great spring break for us.
Yeah, those were two wins that weren't easy. I mean,
No.
You think about Tuesday coming down to the, you can't cut it any closer than that, coming down to the bottom of the seventh.
I don't think we ever have an easy win.
Well, it's just one of those things where I was, let's see, Mr. Smith, former coach here, Coach Bally Smith, he was up there covering the game for the paper. Right. And, it was one of those things that when it started, we were just sitting there going, oh, wow. It was like talking back and forth between it, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? I'm like, thinking I'm going to have to double up on my blood pressure medicine.
Both of them were stressful. The Swainsboro game, we go up 7-0, and for some reason, I think they like to stress everybody out. We turn around and they come back and tie it up 7-7, and then it's a new ball game, and they stay in, they work hard. We end up having a few big hits and a home run at the end to win it, and that was really good. And then the Dublin game, we go down right off the bat 4-0, and I'm just sitting back going, all right, we got to do something quick, and we scored some runs, got ahead on them a little bit, and then in the seventh inning of that game, they start coming back. But the kids, they keep the pedal down, they keep working, and we found a way to win too, and it's just a great, a great spring break for for all those kids on the baseball team because they've worked really hard.
Well, I think, you know, and that was going to be my next comment. It's really a testament to their resiliency, the fact that they're not going to give up, and the fact that y'all didn't, you know, get down on them either.
Right.
You know, that it's one of those, you wish it was a little bit more cut and dried, you know, as far as the final outcome, but, you know, a win is a win is a win, you know.
That's true.
Now, this past week, you know, traveled to Metter, #1 team in the region,
Right.
and there's a reason why they're the #1 team. But why
There
don't you
is.
give the folks an idea?
We you know, Metter's pretty tough. They've got 3 guys that they can run up to the mound at, you know, pretty much any point, any given time, and they're going to perform really, you know, they're going to perform pretty good. You know, the first time we played them over here, we had them 4-0 going into the 4th, and then like I told the newspaper, I mean they commenced hitting it all over East Dublin, and they had a lot of hits, and it was a good played ball game.
Yeah,
They just, you know, they base hit it, and they worked on us pretty good, and you know we traveled to Metter to play them again, and played them an 8-4 ball game. Only had 2 errors in the whole game, and you know, so it was by far from a sloppy game. You know, and you know we had chances to close the gap some, or maybe close it and go ahead, you know, as they did also, and we you know, we walked some people, and you know, had a couple of errors, and they got some base hits, and anytime, you know, you get that, it's you know, it's tough. But like I told the kids after the game, the thing that I was most proud of with them in the Metter game was we never died. The kids on the field, they kept hustling. You know, the dugout stayed in the game. You know, we never got to the point to where we just said, okay, we're beat. Let's just go ahead and get beat and get on the bus and go home. We didn't do that. And, you know, there's been times in the past to where we've had to really struggle with that issue. You know, but our seniors did a good job. And, you know, trying to keep everybody pepped up and trying to keep everybody in the game, and you know they did a good job doing that, and we played pretty good. We had one situation where we had bases loaded with 1 out and didn't get a run out of it, and those are tough situations to overcome sometimes, you know. But you know, a couple of timely hits in the Metter game, and we have a chance to win it, you know. But they stayed focused because, you know, they're kind of excited right now. They're going to get to go to playoffs, and we got one more game, and that's going to determine 3 or 4 spot, you know. So we're going to practice. We're going to practice one more time. We're going to get ready to go play Jefferson County.
All right, well, we'll talk a little bit about the playoff picture when we come back from a break. Folks, we'd like to ask you please honor these sponsors that make this show possible. Well, we're back with the East Lawrence Falcons Coaches Show, and we thought it'd be a great idea, since this is the first time in a while that Falcons have made the state playoffs, that we get the seniors in. I know you've met them earlier in the year, but we thought it'd be a great idea, a great opportunity to get their thoughts on the Falcons making the playoffs, and also that spring break. Y'all, if you were not there at the games at home, you missed 2 nights of excitement that I won't forget for a long time. Austin, glad to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Now, Austin, just you know, here's your senior year, first time making state playoffs. What are your thoughts about how far y'all have come as a group, as a family, you know, with the rest of the guys on the team?
My whole high school career, 9th grade through 11th grade, we've always came up. Most of the time, it's just one short. Like I think we finished probably 5th in all those years. And be my senior year, and just to be with the same group of guys I've been with pretty much all the way up through middle school. I mean, it's super exciting to be finally in the playoffs and actually say, like, hey, we're here. And it's just, I'm kind of stoked about it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to play. I'm ready to play, actually. in the playoffs.
Well, one thing I went over with Coach Mulkey, when we were talking about the games from spring break was, y'all don't make it easy on us old guys at all. And what were your thoughts on those games? Because, again, we mentioned it. Y'all stayed in it mentally the whole time. You could tell as someone watching the game that y'all had not thrown in the towel at any point during the game. What was that, the energy like in the dugout?
The energy, I mean, it was good. We were all having fun. When we jumped out 7-0 on Swainsboro, I don't know if you could say we took our foot off the pedal or whatnot, but we stopped for a couple innings, and then I guess we decided to pick it back up in the last inning, and but we stayed in it the whole game. We didn't give up. We were just like, we know we can hit it, so let's hit it.
Yeah.
Let's hit it this inning. And Dublin game, we hit the ball. We hit the ball well the whole game. We just that last inning, they came out in the first inning and took a big lead on us. Not a big lead, but they took a lead. But we knew we'd get it back, so we went out there and had fun and got it back, and then we kept it.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on making the playoffs. Look forward to, whether it's Benedictine or Jeff Davis, look forward to traveling there and watching y'all play.
Yes,
and wish you the best of luck.
Sir.
Austin.
Thank you.
And Connor, pleasure to have you here on the show. Once again, y'all have met Connor Hobbs before. And Connor, going into this spring break last few region games, you knew it was going to be a big series of games. It was great to come out 2-1 with those 3 games. Why do you do that to us? What is it that, we're going to drive the coaches, the fans, the announcer, the scoreboard operator, we're going to drive everyone nuts and then just pull it out at the
Really, just to keep y'all from coming back.
Oh, okay, just to keep that excitement level up.
That's right.
Now, I meant ask this of Austin, and it is something that, and it's one of the things that I've noticed this entire year. There has never been a time where I felt like, in watching the team, that y'all gave up, let down. Austin, mentioned it, and maybe y'all took the foot off, accelerated a little bit, but it wasn't a matter of, saying, okay, it's over. It's like, okay, but I've never seen y'all give up this year, and I think that's a testament to y'all's leadership as seniors and the coaching staff as well. But what did you think about the energy level, the overall atmosphere in the dugout during those games?
Well, in the Swainsboro game, real exciting, by the way.
Yeah.
It was just, we had a few guys in the dugout that don't normally, stay up, who maybe don't play a lot as the other kids do, who got up with us. And that really, I guess, just drove us forward, go get it.
Yeah.
And then we had a couple kids at the bottom of the order come up with some clutch hits. And then
and I think that was crucial, getting it around to the top of the order, and then something could happen then because it was one of those things where we were down. It wasn't going to be 1 or 2. It had to be
down by 5.
A
bottom
bunch.
of the 7.
You had to score 6. That's for and I've been covering this for a long time. I've seen us have walk-off wins with a base hit.
Right.
But this first walk-off homer I can recall, and I was glad it was one that I knew it was gone as soon as it was hit, and I think the entire team did.
Oh, yeah.
See, you were on the bases when that was hit. And
Gavin got a single.
Yeah.
And then before I went up to bat, Walker was like, Connor, go up there and wear it. So, initially I went up there, took it in the arm, got on base, and Colby said, ball's in the gap, you got to score.
Yeah.
So I said, okay. He hit it, and I didn't stop running until Mulkey went like this at third base. And I looked up, and I just seen him trotting. And I was like, let's go.
Yeah. It was awesome. How many times have you been hit this year, by the way?
I think I'm at 13 now.
13, okay. Maybe you need to invest in one of those sleeves to go over your upper arm. Go down
I got
to
an
your-
elbow guard at
okay.
the beginning of the season, but like when I didn't wear it, I got hit. So I figured if I wear it, they'll see I'm protected and like not throw it at me.
Yeah, okay. Well, hey, that's a way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Whatever works,
I mean,
man.
that's a free base down the line.
You don't mess with the streak.
No,
you know.
can't mess with it.
All right. Well, Connor, glad to have you on the show.
You too.
And we're back with the East Lawrence Falcons seniors. Caven, glad to have you on the show. For those of you that might not have seen it before, this is Caven Rowe Trammell, also a senior here at the East Lawrence High School. And what are your thoughts on making the playoffs? Again, it's been a long time coming.
Pretty excited since it's my senior year. This is what I wanted to do, see how far we can get. I mean, keep on pushing, see how far. And pretty emotional at the same time since it's the last year and everything.
Yeah. Now, one thing, you know, I touched on with Austin and Connor too, but just get an idea, you know, with where you hit in the lineup, sort of in the middle. You know, it's one of those things where, okay, you didn't get a chance in that last inning to come. I think you were on deck or in the hole?
On deck.
On deck. But what were your thoughts? Because one of the things I noticed was even in that inning, unlike the first couple of batters up, it didn't seem like anyone had any nerves. You know, it's all just calm and let's get it done. What were your thoughts out there?
I mean, I knew Kobe was going to come up with a big hit, and when they pitched that ball, I started jumping up and down because I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And he took advantage of it.
Yeah. I know it was one of those things where, you know, it's like their first pitcher ran out of gas, and then, you know, the others that came in just weren't quite at the level that their first pitcher was. It seemed like not that he was throwing, you know, amazingly fast, but he was keeping y'all off balance a little bit.
Yes,
and,
sir.
but there was no guesswork, it seemed like, once they had to pull him out of the game.
Yes, sir.
So going 3 and it's gonna be 2-1 in those two big games. You know, does it really matter to you who you play next, just so long as you get to play and we'll see where it falls?
Yes, sir. It don't really matter. Just playing the game.
All right. Well, Caven, glad to have you here on the show and wish you the best of luck in the playoffs.
Thank you.
And we're here with Darian Walker. Now, Darian, glad to have you on the show again.
Glad to be back.
I'm glad to have you back under these circumstances. Playoffs, what does that mean to you?
Well, past 4 years, I mean, we've had the teams, but now to finally show that we're the team to go to the playoffs, it feels good. Really good.
You know, ask the other guys, you know, looking at what y'all had to do, what y'all had to accomplish, you know, going 2-1 with, you know, the teams you had to face, Swainsboro, Dublin, and Metter. Going 2-1. What do you think that says for the heart of this team?
We got a lot of heart. We fight. We're gonna fight to the end. We're gonna claw. We're just gonna keep going. Even in the playoffs, we're gonna try our best to keep going.
Now, what were your thoughts about the atmosphere in the dugout? Because I know about the atmosphere up in the press box. I was on edge. I gotta admit, I was on pins and needles. But what was the attitude in the dugout when all the things were taking place? And you know, you think there's 7th inning, both games. You know, you couldn't have more pressure. But what was the feeling in the dugout?
There's a lot of energy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of energy going around. I mean, but we kept it calm.
Yeah.
There was a lot of energy though.
Well, good. I know I'm as proud as I can be of what y'all have accomplished this year. Look forward to seeing how the fruits, you know, play out with the foundation y'all have laid this year. Because I think this is one of those things that y'all can look back, no matter what happens the rest of this year. In future years, you can look back and say that this year helped build, you know, what's what could possibly happen with East Lawrence High School baseball, and couldn't be prouder of a group of guys, and glad to have you on the Coaches Show, Deary. Good luck. And we're back with the East Lawrence Falcons Coaches Show. Now, Coach, you know, as we close up this particular episode, why don't we go in a little bit on the playoff implications? You know, you mentioned that one region game left against Jefferson. How will the region results turn out if, you know, we win and if we lose?
A couple of different scenarios. You know, we're in the playoffs, and that's, you know, just being in and having a chance to go play and let these kids go to the first round of the state playoffs, and you know, it's very, very exciting. And right now the battle for 3 and 4 is between us and Screven. Metter sitting number 1, Harlem sitting number 2. We play Jefferson tomorrow, and Metter and Screven play tomorrow. If we beat Jefferson, we're number 3. It doesn't matter about the outcome of the Metter-Screven game. If we get beat by Jefferson and Metter beats Screven, we're 3. But if Screven was to beat Metter and Jefferson beat us, then we would be in the number 4 seed.
Yeah.
And you know, you always want to finish, you know, higher. But like I said, being in the first round is exciting. You know, but we really want to take care of business against Jefferson County and not have to worry about, you know, putting our fate in somebody else's hands. And
it's always
you know,
nice to control your own destiny.
You know, go ahead and take care of it tomorrow, so that, you know, when the game's over and we win it, we know we're sitting number 3, and you know, then we'll come back and we'll play a couple of non-region games next week, just so we play and don't get rusty, because we'll have you know, we'll have that next week. We'll have a whole week without playing a game, but that's kind of how it falls. And it's you know, win you go 3, lose you go 4, maybe, you know. So we like the win, be number 3 scenario.
Right. Yeah. Usually, well, if you're 3, then you face another regions too.
Right.
Correct?
Exactly.
And you know, depending upon what region, that may make a big difference. It may not make a big difference. You know.
Number 4 is going to have to go to Savannah to play Benedictine, and number 3 is probably going to end up where number 3 goes to Hazelhurst and plays Jeff Davis. It's still a challenge.
Right.
And but we'd rather go to Hazelhurst than go to Savannah. You know, we'll do what we got to do, and play who we have to play, and you know, they're going to fight, and they're going to play hard to, you know, give us a chance to win. But it's probably going to be Jeff Davis. It's not for sure yet, because you know, there's Jeff Davis, there's Bryan, there's Bacon, and Vidalia, and they're all in there pretty close, and won't know that until you know, a later date.
All right. Well, folks, you got a opportunity. If you can make the trip to Jefferson, do so to watch the final region game of the year. Next week, we've got a game against Trutland and Telfair.
Right.
And they're both on the road, but those are a lot easier time-wise to get to. And if you get a chance to go watch these guys play, take it from me, from experience, it's probably going to be exciting down to the very last swing. If you you know, try to stay calm and realize that it's not over till the last swing is made. And as always, go Falcons.